What is up, guys? Team Feels here with another deck profile, and today I'm going to be showing you one of my Eldlich lists. This is not like your typical Eldlich list, though. This is zombie Eldlich, so like with Unizombie and Shiranui Solitaire, that kind of zombie list. And I've been testing this deck for the last few days. I've wanted to play it for a while, so like I've put it together in Dueling Book before and tried it out, but that being said, I really wanted to get everything together as a physical deck because I enjoyed testing it. And I I honestly love the way this deck runs. This is pretty cool. It definitely has some wonky combos that you can pull off, and your opponent's going to be like, "Whoa, I didn't see that coming," which is pretty sweet. And that's one of the things that I primarily enjoy about it is the fact that you can do some really crazy, weird combos and have amazing success. I was actually playtesting at my locals yesterday against one of my friends, Matt, and game one, I ended up taking really, really heavily. I think I actually OTK'd him. And then game two, he had the advantage. We didn't get to play game three because he had to go and play another round. But I mean, he was playing Virtual World, so I had a pretty good matchup against Virtual World, which was sweet. I'm going to hop into the deck profile, though. That way you guys can see what I'm playing and basically my reasoning behind what I like with this deck. So we have two Golden Lord, and I apologize if there's a glare. It's just the way that like my camera picks up the gold rares. So I'm going to hold them like this. Two Golden Lord. I don't think you need three in this deck. Two is perfectly fine. Gets the job done and gets you to your Eldlich plays. Then we play triple Solitaire and two Unizombie for your typical normal summons. I believe that Solitaire is ridiculously powerful. I flip-flop back and forth a lot between Unizombie and Solitaire as to which one I want to play. The only reason I went for the third Solitaire is because you can also like go into Glow Up Bloom with it, which is fairly important. So I think that Solitaire has some advantages in that aspect for sure. Speaking of Glow Up Bloom, I do play two of it. I think that it's a really good two of because they're almost every single game where I want to resolve a second one, typically on my first turn, and then, you know, the following turn if I have to go that far. Hopefully you don't, though. Then I play two Ballardrock. I think that Ballardrock is amazing to play at two. Prior formats, I probably would have played one, like pre-Dragoon, but the card outs Dragoon, which is nutty, absolutely nutty. So keep in mind that Ballardrock is a very powerful card in this meta. Then for the one-ofs, I play one Jackabolin, one Mizuki, and one Necroworld Banshee. I think that these as one-ofs are fantastic. I think that the Necroworld Banshee is just something that you typically are going to send anyways and only resolve once for the most part. The Mizuki you can recur with like Cyframe Omega if you make it. And the Jackabolin's just there as an extender. That doesn't really need much explanation. Then the hand traps, I actually only play one hand trap. I play three Ash. That's it. The rest are side decked. So we'll obviously get to that, and I'll explain more in depth as to why I'm playing those. But I just play the Ash. That's the monster count, though. We'll hop on over to the spells. Triple Cursed Eldland because we are playing the Eldlich cards. Like I said, I apologize. I'm getting like a glare on these. I don't know why. I never have glare issues. If you guys keep up with my content, usually there's no glare whatsoever. So Triple Cursed Eldland is just really good to search your Eldlich cards and dump cards from deck to grave that need to be dumped from deck to grave. Then I have double Zombie World and double Super Poly. This is something that comes up fairly frequently. The Super Poly is actually like insane, really, really insane. We'll obviously get to the Super Poly targets when we hit the extra deck too, which is nice. But I don't think you need three Zombie World. Two is more than enough. Then for the one-ofs, we just have the Foolish Burial and the Feather Duster for your generic one-ofs. Then I do have some other spell one-ofs, which are one Black Awakening and one White Destiny. I think that playing these in this deck is really good. The fact that the spells and traps for Eldlich have synergy alongside zombie cards and not just your typical run-of-the-mill Eldlich cards is really nuts. So, you know, I'll get to that as we progress, but that's the start of it. And then for the traps, the Sanguine is really important because if you already have a Golden Lord on the field, you can actually just take the Sanguine and summon like a Ballardrock from deck, which is insane, like really, really insane. So Sanguine is ridiculously powerful. Then to play alongside the Eldlich engine, we have the double Conquistador and the double Hakero. So I think that both of these have a ridiculously solid amount of use. That being said, I don't think that it's like the be-all, end-all if you don't see them. They're good if you can get them to resolve, but you don't have to. And on top of that, I don't think playing like 3 of either of them in this deck is necessary. Like 2 is perfectly fine. Then triple rivalry, because Zombie World plus rivalry is pretty much GG for any deck in the meta. Pretty sweet card. And then double Ice Dragon's Prison, which, by the way, coinciding with Zombie World is insane. Basically, you just banish a monster from your opponent's graveyard and their field while you have the Zombie World active, which is nuts. That is the main deck, though. I believe it's 40 cards. We're going to hop on over to the extra. And to start off the extra, we have some Link 1s here. So we have a Link Karibo, we have a Relinquish Anima, and we have a Link Spider. All of these are really, really great for different purposes. So the Link Spider obviously is for your Eldlich, traps. It's just to kind of get them off the field and possibly like go into co-links with Nightmare Phoenix, things like that. The Anima and the Link Karibo obviously go alongside the Glow Up Bloom. Depending on if you're going first or second, kind of determines as to what you do with those, but I don't think that needs a lot of explanation. And some Link 2s. We have a Vampire Sucker and a Vendread Savior, and then the big boy himself, Halqifibrax. There's a ridiculous amount of applications with Halqifibrax. The card is absolutely nuts. You really just have to love this card in this deck. It's just super powerful. Helps you extend into some wonky plays too. Then we have the Little Nightmare package. I don't play the Cerberus. I don't think it's necessary, so Phoenix and Unicorn are fine. Link 3, BLS, the big boy himself. Super powerful, super strong. It's definitely worthy of the price tag on the card. It just does so much for you and pushes through so many plays. So definitely play the BLS. And if you link Golden Lord off to make it, then he just gets more effects, which is crazy. Then some Link 4s. I play an Access Code, and then Yuki-Onna. This card is pretty crazy, I'm not gonna lie. If you don't want to play it, you don't have to. You can play like Zeus, because I do play, you'll see what I play next, but if you don't want to play this, you can play Zeus, but I think that Yuki-Onna is nuts in this deck. Next card is Pleiades. This is why I said that you could play Zeus if you don't want to play the Yuki-Onna. It's kind of up to you, but I don't really think Zeus is necessary, because the Pleiades in all the testings that I've done has only come up once, so it's really not used that much, in my opinion anyways. And then, as I mentioned before, the Omega. Got to play the Omega in this deck. And in this meta, like, Omega is just crazy to play. Shuffle everything back that they send with their Dogmatica cards. And last but not least, the Super Poly targets. We have the Dragon Necro and the Starving Venom. Got to be able to out the Dragoon and the Verte. And in addition to that, if you have Zombie World active, you can just out anything, which is pretty nuts. That is the extra deck, though. We're going to hop on over to the side deck. We'll start off with all these hand traps that we're playing. So we have Triple Droll, Double Crow, and Double Nib. I believe overall, having cards like this is extremely helpful as far as the meta goes. I didn't want to go with Bell. I didn't want to go with Skullmeister, because I just wanted to remove from play the cards that I thought was necessary to remove from play with DD Crow. You can swap out whatever you want to swap out. I tell you guys all the time, please do not just toss this deck together the way that I have it and just run with it. If you feel like you want to change something, change it up. I'm not going to sit here and tell you not to change it. So you guys play however you want to play, but that's the hand trap lineup that I side deck. Then, of course, some more back row removal. Got to play the Twisters in this deck. Being able to just discard zombie cards that you need in graveyard to progress your game state is pretty crazy, not going to lie. Then some stuff to shut off the board. Got to play that Droplet and got to play that Dark Ruler. I wanted to play 2 of each, and I think it's pretty good, honestly. The Forbidden Droplet, I'm really, really like high on this card right now. I love Forbidden Droplet. Just the applications that it has in decks that are very graveyard reliant makes me want to play the card so much more, because almost every deck that I enjoy playing is graveyard reliant. Then last but not least, for when we know we're going first, just 1 Golden Land Forever. That's kind of basic, not gonna lie. But like, you just need something. Like, you need something else to add, and that definitely does it for you. But it's not a requirement. It's just the last card that I wanted to squeeze in here. If you want to play like another one of hand trap, you could, but I really like the Golden Land. Or if you want to take out the Golden Land and the 2 Droplet, play a 3rd Dark Ruler. and then like a hand trap, you could. That's kind of, your choice. Or if you want to, just play a bunch of other stuff too. However you guys want to work it. Like I said, you guys change it to the way that you want to play it, and enjoy the way that you have it going. But I hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to let me know what you think in the comment section down below, per usual. It is significantly appreciated. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do that as well, and smash that notification button. That way we could constantly see our viewership grow. I think we just hit 555 subscribers today, which is absolutely fantastic. We're going to keep going up from here, and we'll definitely hit 1,000 before the end of the summer this year, which is going to be even better. But this is right now for Team Yugi Feels is signing out.